Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. You're going to want to buckle in because this coming week in Port Charles is one of those soap weeks where nothing is truly safe, no alliance is settled, and everybody's playbook is getting rewritten. The focus sharply turns on three players: Michael, Willow, and Drew. And the danger zone is active. Start with Michael. He's been sitting quietly, methodically, and yet if you blink you'll miss the precision with which he's moving his pieces. The whispers around town say that Michael Corinthos isn't simply reacting to the threats around him, he's proactively constructing a scenario. According to recent spoilers, Michael kicks his anti-Willow plan into an even higher gear. What does that look like? It suggests Michael sees a looming threat from Willow and Drew's alliance, and he is positioning himself to counteract it before it becomes too powerful. Michael's motivations are layered. On the surface, his concern over his children, is genuine. But below that lies the fear of losing control, being vulnerable, and having others rewrite the narrative. When Willow and Drew are gaining traction, when the two of them can show strength, Michael's territory shrinks. So this week, expect him to act not just defensively, but offensively. Planting evidence, shifting the custody ground, tightening legal screws, and making moves that will force Willow and Drew into errors they cannot afford. What will that risk cost Michael? Well, when you push the web of alliances in Port Charles, you invite backlash. Michael's stepping into dangerous territory. His reputation, moral high ground, even his freedom could be at stake if he miscalculates. Now let's turn to Willow. Willow Tate is under immense pressure. Her arraignment is looming. She'll be facing legal peril, and her relationship with the children is increasingly at risk. According to spoilers, her courtroom moment will be explosive, perhaps with bail or bond being denied. Willow's strategy has to shift, from survival mode to attack and maneuver mode. She can't just hope Michael makes a mistake. She must force his hand or force the tide to turn in her favor. The key for Willow this week is the courtroom, the defense attorney she secures, and how well she coordinates with Drew on strategy. She has to show strength, resolve, and the ability to fight back. Because if she doesn't, Michael will dominate not just the children, but the narrative of her future. Willow also must navigate emotion. Guilt, betrayal, confusion. They swirl around her. And Michael knows this. He will use the emotional turbulence against her. She has to stay focused. Her children's well-being is at stake, but so is her own identity in this fight. She stands now not only against Michael, but against the idea that she's incapable of the stability he claims to offer. Now Drew. Drew Kane is entering a kind of renaissance moment. The spoilers describe him getting a new ally, legal threats in hand, and opening a chessboard of moves that go beyond simply defending Willow. Point one in the past, Drew has been reactive, but this week he goes proactive. He, Willow, and their team will try to flip the table, make Michael react to them rather than the other way around. Drew's new alliance is critical. If he teams up with someone unexpected, it could shift power in Port Charles. It's not just about the courtroom. It's about leverage, evidence, legal pressure, public exposure, and forcing Michael's vulnerabilities into the open. Drew knows Michael's cracks. He's seen them, and he'll exploit them. First, we open with Michael initiating something. Maybe a document surfaces. Maybe a witness comes forward. The goal: destabilize Willow before her defense is fully prepared. He might make a move at the courthouse. Denial of bail, surprising revelation, pretrial motion that forces Willow into a corner. Meanwhile, Willow scrambles. She's left to find the right counsel, the right strategy, and the emotional grit to show up in court and not be intimidated. Drew approaches her, offering not just defense, but offense. He says, "We will turn your legal peril into their panic." Drew then activates his ally. Perhaps it's a lawyer with leverage on Michael's side, perhaps an insider who can dig up evidence showing Michael's missteps. That puts Michael under pressure. He must respond. The trick is that if Michael overreacts, he'll show panic. If he underreacts, Willow and Drew take ground. Next, the custody piece. Michael still holds dominance over the children in public view. Willow must show that she's stable, trustworthy, and that Michael's claims of being the protector, the one who has their best interest, are shaky. She and Drew may release something, an incident, a record, a witness, that calls Michael's stability into question. Drew also presses Michael's legal position. He might threaten a motion to review custody, subpoena communications, raise the possibility of Michael's actions being exposed publicly. This moves Michael into reactive mode. Then comes confrontation. Courtroom scenes. Maybe outside the courtroom. Michael, Willow, Drew. Secrets revealed. Accusations flying. The children's future hangs in the balance, not as a rhetorical device but as a living, breathing threat. During the week of October 27th, expect the heat to intensify. According to spoilers, Carly may continue to struggle with what she sees as betrayal, and how Michael and his family have handled Jocelyn and the WSB situation. This means Michael's vulnerabilities aren't just legal, they're relational. He could lose allies. So what are the stakes? For Michael, the risk is enormous. If Willow and Drew execute their plan, Michael's control of the children could be compromised. His image as the protector could be shattered. His legal and relational standing could erode. He might find himself on the defensive in a way he's rarely been. And in the world of Port Charles, that's dangerous territory. For Willow, the moment is do or die. She must not just defend. She must emerge credible, strong, and able to regain trust. Her children's future is tied to this. Her identity is being challenged. She must show she's not a victim, but a player. She must meet Michael's machine head-on. For Drew, this is his chance. His ally, his legal strategy, his bold play, all combine to turn the tide. If he missteps, though, he becomes the exposed piece, and Michael will pounce. Drew needs to maintain control, keep the narrative in his corner, and avoid becoming the puppet. Let's break down how things might play out day by day. At the start of the week, Michael issues a challenge, perhaps a surprise legal filing, a motion, a court date setting. Willow is forced into emergency mode, finding an attorney, rallying her emotional resources. Drew moves quietly but with purpose behind the scenes. Willow meets her new counsel. She and Drew align strategy. They preview to the public or to the court a new piece of evidence. Michael pushes back, either through a public show of strength or a legal countermove. The tension is high, the children's welfare is invoked, emotions escalate. By late in the week, the confrontation peaks. The courtroom or hearing scene erupts. Willow stands firm, Michael shows cracks. Drew lands a legal blow that forces Michael to respond publicly. Allies reevaluate Michael. Willow gains momentum. Drew dethrones Michael's certainty. And by the week's end, the board is reset. Michael still has firepower, but momentum has shifted. Willow and Drew have taken a step forward. But the danger remains high. For every victory, there is cost in Port Charles. Now, let's zoom into each of the three characters for deep focus. Michael Corinthos. He stands as the figure of apparent strength, the father, protector, someone used to being in command. But beneath that polish lies anxiety. His children may drift, the world may perceive him not as stable but controlling, and the legal system may peer into his errors. His move this week is likely bold. A motion to deny Willow bond, a subpoena for something, a public reveal of something he claims about her. This is his gamble, to strike first, hoping to end the war early. But such gambles are risky. If he's exposed, the fallout is worse than playing defensively. Willow Tate. She's under siege, her freedom, her children, her future. But she also has something Michael doesn't: urgency and potential destabilization of the status quo. Her key challenge is to show not just that she loves her children, but that she is fit, steady, and has legal firepower to contest Michael's narrative, get ahead of Michael by exposing or challenging his claims. If she succeeds, she doesn't just survive, she reverses the pressure. Drew Kane. He's the wild card, the lever, the tactical mind working behind the scenes. He's not merely a support character. This week, he's an architect. He must manage his new alliance, keep Michael guessing, pressure the vulnerabilities, and help Willow not just react but move. His risk: overexposure, miscalculation, or becoming the target instead of Michael. His reward: shifting the power dynamic, becoming the force Michael underestimated. Any surprise legal filing or hearing date announced by Michael's team or Willow's team. This will mark the opening salvo. Willow's choice of counsel. Who steps in, what their reputation is. Public or private messaging. Is Michael leaking something? Is Willow controlling the narrative? Drew's ally. Who shows up? What's their leverage? Signs of Michael cracking. Anger. Overreaction. Desperation. Willow showing strength. Assertiveness. Clarity. Unshakable resolve. A turning moment. A revelation. A witness. A piece of evidence that denies Michael his comfort zone. The emotional fallout. How the children are referenced. How Carly, Nina, and other allies or foes react. In short, this week is not just about court papers and custody, it's about power, narrative control, and identity in the treacherous world of Port Charles. Michael has the upper hand by default, but on this battlefield, default isn't enough. Willow and Drew have the initiative now. If they move with precision, Michael may find himself on the back foot. And if Michael missteps, the status quo may never recover. So, get ready for courtroom fireworks, strategic alliances, emotional confrontation, and a rewriting of roles. The war for Willow's future wages in the open. Michael is betting on a quick knockout. Willow, with Drew's support, is betting on endurance and surprise. And when the dust settles, the definition of winner in this fight may be far different than what anyone expected. Prepare for the showdown and tune in. The pieces are moving, the tension is mounting, and the consequences will reach well beyond 1 week's episodes. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for all of your updates.